Why now do we need to focus on these issues? Well, we know, again, very apparent, the pandemic, but we also have children are experiencing a number of other problems, issues around bullying, problems with sleeping because of anxiety and other things, decreases in empathy we've actually seen over time. Mental illness is on the rise. I believe I saw someplace a 41% increase. And toxic stress. That is stress that's not just your normal everyday stress, but stress that really increases cortisol, which is a stress hormone that actually can break through the blood-brain barrier and do damage to the prefrontal cortex. And this idea of toxic stress is quite concerning. What we also know in some research that we've done is that stress can be contagious. We know that happiness is contagious, emotions are contagious, but stress can. And research shows that even if you're not stressed, but you're around a small group of people who are highly stressed, you'll catch it and have the negative physiological consequences. Well, to examine this in a classroom, we decided to sort of look at, is stress contagious between teachers and their students? So we did a study where we went to fourth to seventh grade classrooms, which is ages 10 to 13. And we had teachers complete a measure of their own stress and burnout. So how stressed they were, how burnt out they were. And then for the children, we wanted to get under the skin. We wanted to really see how stressed are they. So we collected their cortisol to look at their stress physiology. And just so you know, to collect cortisol, you collect saliva from children. Some of you might know that. And just so you know, fourth to seventh grade children love to give you spit. They do really, they actually love the study and learning about the stress physiology. But what was so fascinating were our findings. We looked at and found that those classrooms in which the teachers reported the highest levels of stress, those students had the highest levels of cortisol, indicative of high levels of stress. Now, we don't know which direction it was, were the teachers coming in more stressed and burnt out and the kids were catching it, or the kids coming in with more stress in their home environments or their other community environments and passing it down to teachers, or some combination. But again, it really, I think, emphasizes, and I'll go back and just somehow forecast some of the stuff that hopefully Peter will talk about, is this idea of how important it is to look at the system and the context when addressing any issue. You can't just sort of have a single solution, that it's always contextual. So what now do we need to do? Well, I really talk about this paradigm shift where we're really not just about focusing on decreasing problems, but increasing well-being and joy and happiness, those positive emotions. And so it's moving away from intervention, which education is very much like wait till the kid falls in the water, that metaphor, and then throw them the life preserver and pull them back up, versus one of prevention, where we give children and youth these tools and equip them with these ways in which to promote their own resilience, so that when they hit those rocky waters, they'll be able to stay afloat.